Hi, everyone. Welcome to Waste 360's Nothing Wasted podcast. On every episode, we invite the most interesting people in waste, recycling, and organics to sit down with us and chat candidly about their thoughts, their work, this unique industry, and so much more. So thanks for listening and enjoy this episode. Hi, everyone. This is Liz Bothwell from Waste 360 with Scott Dols, founder and CEO of Big Truck Rental and proud board member of EREF. Welcome, Scott, and thanks for being on the show today.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad to be here.
So, Scott, we usually start in the beginning. So can you give us a little bit of your background and your journey into this wonderful industry?
Sure, absolutely. So, it seems like yesterday, but it's been over 25 years. I started working with a company called Trucks and Parts in Tampa. They refurbish garbage trucks, the Goldenberg family. And from there, a few years later, we started Big Truck Rental, which is now my primary focus, where we rent garbage trucks all over North America, the U.S. and Canada. And been involved with EREF for 20 plus years. Was very active with the National Waste and Recycling Association. Was a former chairman of the board for a few years there. So, been pretty active in the industry, and just it's just an amazing place to spend your career.
It really is, and I know you've been lauded for building this Big Truck Rental from the ground up. And you still oversee day-to-day operations, right?
Correct. Yes, I oversee day-to-day operations, and it's interesting. We started with 6 trucks in Texas, and our fleet is now spans all of North America. So it's been a lot of fun watching it grow, and I've had great support from the industry as well. Amazing. We love a success story like that. And like we said, you're a board member and a huge supporter of EREF. So can you share from your experience why you think EREF is so important to you and the industry at large? Yeah, sure. So back in the late 90s, early 2000s, EREF was just sort of coming out of their shell a little bit. And I was fortunate enough to sort of, watch all this happen. And as time has gone on, and I've had the ability to meet a lot of our shareholders in the industry, as well as a lot of our students and graduates, and probably most importantly, though, some of the amazing work that they've done regards to different projects, whether it's something with landfill management, or how to properly get in and out of a truck, or what kind of maintenance is good. It's really brought science to the industry, and from people sort of standing on the sidelines and sort of listening to EREF, I now see our industry leaders coming to EREF for guidance on projects and guidance on certain ways to do things, and it's been a 180-degree turn from where we were 20 plus years ago. Great. And then I know COVID-19 has changed many of our plans, and at the top of that list is Waste Expo and the EREF auction, among others. And it's great to see that EREF has pivoted to an online auction. Could you share with our listeners why folks should still bid online and support EREF's mission? Well, absolutely. I mean, one of the disappointing things of COVID-19 is that the fact that we are not going to be able to come together as an industry in person this year. At our annual show, Waste Expo, and Waste Expo has been an extremely important part of EREF's growth over the years with their live auction, where we have many manufacturers that donate to bodies like Heil and McNeilus and New Way, and then we have Mac that donates, and International Trucks, et cetera, and I mean, it raises literally hundreds of thousands of dollars, actually millions of dollars for the research for the industry. I've been around EREF for 20 plus years, and it's been really amazing to watch it evolve from sort of this sideline, trying to figure out how science and waste go together to, being a leader in, that space. And instead of just giving, data and facts all the time, there's now data and facts, and you're actually seeing people come to them and ask them to, help them prove something right or wrong, or what happens when I do this? How does this make sense? And, it's not just, the environment, it's everything, that surrounds waste, and whether it's how you get on and out of a truck properly, or, how the leachate is managed downstream. It's a pretty broad spectrum. A few years back, we started what we called our silent auction, and that's what's moving to online this year. We've already had our equipment auction virtually, as well as our CEO auction virtually, which was a huge success. So a big shout out to all of the CEOs that participated in that. It's you guys that really, help make the difference in us, going to the next level. So again, thank you for your support on that. And as chairman of the development committee, it's good to see such great participation from our privately and publicly held companies. So again, thank you for that. But the online auction is extremely critical, because it's going to kind of put us over the top for the year. And there's some great opportunities, whether it's, having a whiskey tasting, or getting some NFL signed memorabilia, or going to a football game. Hopefully there will be football this year. If we don't have football, I'm not sure what's going to happen to America. But with all that, we've been able to use Iron Planet, part of Ritchie Brothers, really supporting us and giving us the format for the online auction that really makes it easy and simple for you as the bidder to, really bid up your products. And we hope that everybody participates, because it's a lot of fun.
Oh, it's so great to see that they are getting so much support. And do you see more of the industry participating, and can you encourage them, even though it may be a tough year for some? Do the packages vary in price and things like that, Scott?
Yeah, I mean, there's things as simple as an iPad, all the way up to going to a football game, or like I said, a whiskey tasting, or even a couple of big dinners. I know that everybody sort of is in a holding pattern, especially with our current state of affairs in the U.S., where we have a pandemic going on. But there's so many more reasons to participate than not. And we're not talking about tens of thousands of dollars here. We're talking about, a few $100 making the difference between whether we're able to give away 5 scholarships next year or 7 scholarships. And that's really what this is for. I do understand that everybody is sort of in a holding pattern, but, every now and then you got to kind of step outside and actually just have a little fun. So, this COVID will pass. We'll figure it out. And I think we're slowly figuring it out. Definitely as an industry, we figured it out, and we're getting better and better on it. But yes, I would really appreciate if everyone would participate. It's super easy to log on. There's a simple click, and it's just an easy process. So, and by the way, when you get outbid, you get notified, so you get to rebid. So drive those prices up, please.
I know I'm eyeing a particular NFL game myself, so I look forward to getting notified.
Well, I believe we went live yesterday, correct?
Yes.
On the 15th?
Yes, it went live.
Yes.
Yep. So hopefully the bids are already coming in, and there's some great packages. And in a biased way, there's also a Waste Expo package in there. So I think there's a lot of variety in there too. And a lot of the packages that people have come to appreciate and expect when they're in person at Waste Expo as well. So, and it's still fun, and then it gives people something to look forward to. Like you said, the pandemic will not last forever.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's the thing is there's some fun stuff on there, and if you go out and get it now, you have something to look forward to, whether it's 2 months from now, 4 months from now, or even next Waste Expo. And this industry has just done such a great job of standing behind each other, and it's just going to be an amazing time next year when we're all together and we're looking back at this, and thinking about, all the success that we've had, through this. And again, I encourage everybody to get online, register, be included. There's part of the process of actually being, a participant within the industry as opposed to just existing in the industry.
Absolutely. And then I know you mentioned some of the scholarships, and what have you seen on that front? I mean, EREF has just been so amazing about the scholarships and supporting all of the young, intelligent people coming through this industry. What are your thoughts on that, Scott?
It's quite amazing when you think about the people that work at EREF and have worked at EREF. We've had a number of scholars that have actually come into EREF and have interned and then stayed on and done other things. And then at some point have moved on to, academia to further their career in learning or to further their, opportunity to teach what they've learned. So, it's great to see these young minds, coming through. I don't have the exact statistics, but I do know that when it comes to scholarship time, we as a board, we have a group that vets the scholars, and once they figure out who they want to back, they bring it to the board, and then we do a full vote on it at the board. And it was amazing to me when we first started. We just could do a couple here and there, and now we're consistently raising our bar every year. But not only that, it's what's happened is that we're actually getting out to the universities and into the university systems, and so now the quality of our student has become just tremendous. And sometimes, it's literally a thousandth of a point that separates, from one person getting a scholarship and one person not. So it's pretty amazing when you look at, the backgrounds of these individuals and sort of what they're trying to study. It's quite amazing.
It really is. And they are taking the industry to the next level. So it's wonderful that the support is there and really encouraging people to get into the industry as well.
So yeah, if you think that it doesn't make a difference if you vote, if you go ahead and bid on something from the auction, but it does, and sometimes that $100 or $200 or whatever it is, really does make a difference. And more importantly is that why would you want somebody else to have something that you want?
So true. And then I know, Scott, we talked about COVID and its impact on live events and the auction. And how is it impacting your business? What have you seen?
Well, one of the things about the waste industry that we've seen, that I've seen over the years, we've been through a couple up and downs in the economy. We had the Great Recession that happened. We've had this pandemic now. Prior to that, we had the dot-com burst. One of the things about the waste industry is that it's extremely resilient. And I think, on the very short term, because of the unknown, everybody sort of took a pause. But it wasn't but, a few weeks into the, sort of the shutdown that we saw the industry sort of rally around and figure out, how to overcome this challenge, whether it was, the company saw a huge increase in residential volumes and a big decrease in commercial volumes. They figured out how to handle the trash and how to keep, all the streets clean and everybody safe from everything that, was surrounding them, and have done a great job on, with the personal protection, gear and making sure that their employees and their drivers and everybody that works within the industry is safe. It truly is an essential industry when you look at, what's essential and what's not essential. And, a big shout out to everybody that works so hard to, keep the rest of us safe throughout this pandemic.
Absolutely. It's they haven't missed a beat, and it's really impressive. And most of them are doing it with a smile on their face. So it's much appreciated. Yes,
for sure. It's been, I think it's been a very interesting learning process for a lot of us and a lot of the companies out there, but it's just, it's the resilience of the industry that just has, it just shows more and more every time something comes along.
It really does. And like you said, we'll get through this like every other one that you mentioned.
That is correct. Yep.
And then, so Scott, you have an entrepreneurial streak. So what's next for you and BTR?
Well, I think we keep doing what we're doing every day, providing quality products and services to our customers, and just continuing to expand our footprint across North America. We're very excited about, we've grown from 2 employees to almost 30 in the last few years, and it's been great. We have just a great team, and I think just keeping everybody focused on what we're trying to accomplish is really where we want to go and what we're trying to do. I'm getting old, so it's time to maybe pass the torch at some point.
Good thinking. Let's see if they let you go.
Yeah. They'll probably close the door on me.
We'll see. They may beg to differ, but we will watch for sure. And then, Scott, what do you think is EREF's lasting impact on the industry?
Well, I think EREF will continue to bring science to the industry and will help the companies, just do a better job of managing, their processes and what goes on with our, waste and recycling throughout the country. And really, EREF has expanded into Canada now, and, they're actually doing some things in Canada that's pretty exciting as well. So I think there's so much more for them to continue to study and look at and see where things are going. So it's a pretty exciting track for them. And I don't see, Brian and his team and the rest of the board slowing down at all. I think they're going to continue to, hike that mountain and make sure that, that they get to the top. And as time goes on, I think we're going to see more and more technology, and we're going to see more data, and we're going to see more science in just how we do things as an industry.
Absolutely. And to your point, it makes EREF even more valuable.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's one of those opportunities where, if you come along with us, you're going to have a very fun ride, and you're going to learn a lot. And it's going to be a great opportunity as, whether you're a business owner or whether you're an employee or whether you're part of a public company, there's a little bit of something for everybody there. So
that's great. And then before you go, because I know you're a busy man, is there anything else you'd like to share about the EREF auction or the organization itself?
Yeah, I think one of the, and I've said it several times, but this is truly an opportunity for, at the auction, at the silent auction and getting online, it's truly the opportunity for you to sort of get in at the ground level and start to experience some of the stuff with EREF. It'll give you the opportunity to interact with the EREF staff as they call you to collect your dollars that you just spent on the auction. And they'll call you to thank you and see if there's anything else that you would like. It's an opportunity for people to just get involved, and I would encourage everybody to get involved, and let's have some fun.
Well, thank you so much, Scott, and we look forward to bidding and seeing who bids and really supporting EREF and their mission. And they're lucky to have board members like you. So thank you for your time today.
Oh, you're very welcome, and thanks for your time as well. And everybody, please be safe out there.
Okay, you too, Scott, and thanks again. And I'm with you. The NFL season has to happen, so fingers crossed.
Agreed.
All right, thanks, Scott, and talk to you soon.
Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.